These are the two things that I set right in front of me before I go and write my program. Okay? And I don't want to bore you by reading it, but I'm going to anyway because it needs to be drilled into your head. Constant use of one training method causes it to become habitual and yields a lesser training effect. So if you think about that for a second, what does that really mean? That means if you got a system that you've been using for 20 years and you do the same thing over and over again every off season, by the time the guys are, sophomores and juniors, that system is not nearly as good as it was when they first got introduced to it. Same thing with my training. If you guys came in and lifted with me for a month, you would notice that I didn't do any of the same things for that entire month. I might have done the same muscle groups, but the exercises changed, the volume changed, the intensities changed, the angles of different things changed. Basically, it has to change, okay? If we read the second one, training is efficient if the highest level of physical result is achieved with the least expense of time and energy. This is another thing we get totally screwed up, especially in the Western world. If it takes me 5 reps to get better, why the hell am I going to do 10? You have to think about those things. Okay, so especially as football coach or whatever your sport may be, weight training is an accessory to your sport. It's not the sport like it is me. So why is it that I see volume, parameters higher than what I do in a workout for a guy that plays football? It doesn't make any sense. You got what I'm saying? I mean, it's pretty simple if you think about it. We have to be able to get the highest level of performance gain with the least of expensive time and energy. So that means if I'm in doing a bodybuilding workout and I've done 20,000 pounds of work and not 1 pound of that's helped me to play football, it's kind of a useless workout. Okay, so everything has to have a directive and it has to have a little bit of this thought pattern.